I mean, brother, you just can't make this up. Like them beautiful patriots around the world. So you just can't make this up.
Budget reform is not an option. It's a necessity.
The American people are entitled to transparency.
We can't sustain a system that bleeds billions of taxpayer dollars on programs that have outlived their usefulness or exist solely because of the power of politicians, lobbyists, or interest groups.
They're entitled to be able to figure out where their dollars are going, and they're entitled to accountability to make sure that we're using the dollars for what we said it was for.
Oh, brother. Woo! There it is, huh? There it is, huh? We definitely got to get into this.
Want to really see something that said, take a look at what happened.
Hey. Why this beat so cold?
We will make America proud again. When you try to we will make America wealthy again. And yes, together, we will make America great again.
Oh boy, what's going on, family? Hope y'all enjoying your weekend, man. You know, we just keep winning, don't we? Yeah, buddy, we just keep winning. But right now, trending, some leak footage from the Obama era has hit the internet and broke the internet, and Elon Musk even reposted it and shared it. And he even said on the tweet, literally exactly what DOGE is saying, what DOGE is doing. Yeah, let's check it out.
Budget reform is not an option. It's a necessity.
The American people are entitled to transparency.
We can't sustain a system that bleeds billions of taxpayer dollars on programs that have outlived their usefulness or exist solely because of the power of politicians, lobbyists, or interest groups.
They're entitled to be able to figure out where their dollars are going, and they're entitled to accountability to make sure that we're using the dollars for what we said it was for.
We are going to go through our federal budget, as I promised during the campaign, page by page, line by line, eliminating those programs we don't need and insisting that those that we do need operate in a sensible, cost-effective way.
What should be easy is getting rid of the pointless waste and stupid spending that doesn't benefit anybody.
We hope to be instilling an entire new culture that not only our administration, but every succeeding administration will in fact pursue.
No amount of waste is acceptable, not when it's your money.
We all know the government can be inefficient. We all know that the bureaucracy can be bloated. We all worked in the fucking White House. We tried to reorganize the government. We tried to find efficiency. It's hard to do.
And honestly, some of this is pretty annoying because it's some of the stuff we should have done.
Yeah, Democrats. Now everybody's hollering, screaming, being exposed. The corruption's out. Millions, billions, trillions. The American people, we the people are pissed off, upset, hotter than fish grease of what has all been exposed. Money stolen, wasted, you know. And now you see where it's all going to, where it's been funded over here, you know, meanwhile, the American people come last, spit on, left in the dark, no transparency. And that's what it's been, especially these last couple of years. And now we have full transparency. And now they have Musk derangement syndrome. You know, we already have Trump derangement syndrome. Now we have Elon Musk derangement syndrome. And again, y'all, how do y'all feel? I know y'all smiling right now. Especially them Patriots, because we just keep winning. You know, and it's a disgrace, man. You know, and these judges need to be impeached. They need to be walked out. These federal judges, they need to be walked out, man. That are trying to block Trump. I mean, it is a disgrace, man. You know, and quite frankly, there's a lot of people that need to be walked out, held accountable. Put your hands behind your back. People and members of Congress need to be audited. I'm telling you, it need to just be hey. But you know what? We got a clip. Let's play this clip real quick.
Of the few good ones, but I mean, usually when you have a list like that, you'll have a couple of like bad ones and all good ones. Here we have a couple of good ones and all bad ones. Just hundreds of horrible places that they're giving this money. So I don't know if it's kickbacks or what's going on, but the people, look, I ran on this, and the people want me to find it. And I've had a great help with Elon Musk, who's been terrific. He comes in with 100 of very smart people. You know, it started off with 12, then it went to 15, then it went to 25, then it went to 50, and everybody wants to join. And I guess you have to have an IQ of about 175 at least to do it. They're a smart group of people. They don't dress as well as you or maybe me, but they are smart. And they go in there and they talk to people, and the people get all tongue-tied because they have no idea. You know, nobody thought this would be caught. And
so you'll fight this in court, but how does it work with Elon day to day? Does he come in and say, this is what I'm working on? Does he say, here's what we're doing?
First of all, he's a great guy. He was never really a supporter or not a supporter. He was a, you know, sort of semi-neutral kind of a guy, not a political person, very smart, a brilliant person, and which I like. I'm a big believer in IQ points. I mean, it's a good thing. And I've gotten to know him a little bit over the last couple of years. During the campaign, he liked what I said. He went to Pennsylvania. He actually campaigned right after the rocket ship went up, where he caught it coming down, which nobody saw before. He then took off. He went to Pennsylvania. He actually campaigned for me and did a very good job. I won Pennsylvania by a lot. I won everything by a lot. But Elon, I'd say, go in here, because USAID, I heard very bad things about for years. I mean, you did too. I mean, I'm sure you did too. It's a scam. It's a fraud, a lot of it, most of it. But it's a fraud. Look at the jobs that they produce for people. I'm not even going to mention their name. It's too big a show to mention their name. It's almost unfair. But the whole thing is a giant fraud. And I think judges will have to do the right thing, really. Otherwise, you're going to have a whole big problem with the country. Now,
bottom line, you say you trust him.
Trust Elon? Oh, he's not gaining anything. In fact, I wonder how he can devote the time to it. He's so into it. But I told him do that. Then I'm going to tell him very soon, like maybe in 24 hours, to go check the Department of Education. He's going to find the same thing. Then I'm going to go to the military. Let's check the military. We're going to find billions, hundreds of billions of dollars of fraud and abuse. And, you know, the people elected me on that. And we have a group of people that you just can't get. I mean, these are really brilliant. It's a group, I call it the group of 100. We literally started off with 14 or 15 young geniuses. Now we have 100 young geniuses. And what's happened, I'll probably get a lot from the show, people are calling up from all over the country wanting to do and wanting to help Elon. You know, they respect him and they respect me. They love what's happening with our country. But I campaigned on this, Brett.
I want y'all to check out this clip right here, man. Y'all definitely have to hear this.
Both aware, you have to be keenly aware that the media and the punditry class, not that, you know, I think you've proven they have no power anymore because they threw everything they had at you and they didn't win. And that was, you know, the New York Times, Washington Post, 3 networks, every late night comedy show, 2 cable channels. They threw everything, lawfare, weaponization.
Sure.
And now I see they want you two to start, they want a divorce. They want you two to start hating each other. And they try, President Elon Musk, for example. You do know that they're doing that to you.
Oh, I see it all the time. They tried it, then they stopped. That wasn't. They have many different things of hatred. Actually, Elon called me. He said, you know, they're trying to drive us apart. I said, absolutely. No, they said, we have breaking news. Donald Trump has ceded control of the presidency to Elon Musk. President Musk will be attending a cabinet meeting tonight at 8 o'clock. And I say, it's just so obvious. They're so bad at it. I used to think they were good at it. They're actually bad at it, because if they were good at it, I'd never be president. Because I think nobody in history has ever gotten more bad publicity than me. I could do the greatest things. I get 98% bad publicity. I could do, outside of you and a few of your very good friends, it's like the craziest thing. But you know what I have learned, Elon? The people are smart. They get it.
Yeah, they do, actually.
They get it. They really see what's happening.
Yes.
I'll tell y'all, man, they have dragged this man through the mud. And again, after his presidency, it could be the best presidency we've ever seen. You know, I mean, what was that noise? Mount Rushmore presidency. And they will still try to find the littlest thing or anything to demonize this man, to make him look like a bad person, to make it seem like, oh, his presidency wasn't this. He failed at, he failed this, he failed that, he failed that. You know, they have dragged this man through the mud, and now they're dragging this guy through the mud next to him, and it's called Musk derangement syndrome that they're having now. But they're doing an amazing job, and 80% of the people agree. Now I want to get back into this deep dive of this clip that's breaking the internet with these Democrats, Obama, Biden. Yeah, they gotta be walked out with their hands behind their back. Barry, I'm so glad we dodged your 4th term. You know, how's Michael? How's the divorce going? Not y'all said Michelle. No, I Big Mike, Michael. How is he doing? You know, unbelievable.
Seems to be the case to me is that when the Democrats talk about making budget cuts and reducing government spending, it's just a talking point to help them get elected. And why do I say that? Well, because they never actually do it. But as we're all seeing right now on a daily basis, when Trump campaigned on fixing our federal budget, he actually meant it. With the help of the Department of Government Efficiency, they actually are going line by line through our federal budget and pruning out all of the waste and all of the fraud. And so this entire situation has really highlighted just how hypocritical the Democrats really are. Because, hey, as we all just saw with that resurfaced footage from the Obama era, cutting out waste and corruption has been one of their biggest talking points for decades, but guess what? They never actually do it. And now we know why, because they are the ones actually benefiting from it. But okay, now what do you guys say we go ahead and talk about everything the Democrats are doing right now to impede President Trump's audit of the federal government? Because, hey, you and I both know they are doing every single thing they can to try to stop him. But first, I want to say, if you guys are done with my...
The U.S. Treasury's central payment system is known as the Bureau of Fiscal Service, and this is at the heart of Elon Musk and DOGE's mission to try to rein in government spending. Why? Because 90% of the U.S. government spending, that's $5 trillion a year, runs through this Treasury system. And this is how most money is dispersed to federal agencies, including Social Security payments, veterans benefits, tax refunds, and federal grant money that's given to states like Medicaid. It also contains Americans' personal financial information, Social Security numbers, bank routing numbers, addresses, tax refunds. And so, according to the Government Accountability Office, estimates up to 10% of the money in this system could be lost every year to fraud. So Musk and DOGE want direct access to this payment system to quickly block or redirect federal funds, to conduct independent audits, and ultimately to overhaul this entire system with new technology using AI to detect fraud.
Okay, that seems to make a lot of sense to me because, hey, did you guys hear that? 10% of our Treasury's transactions are suspected of being fraudulent. That is a lot of money being wasted because, hey, keep in mind, that 10% value is worth more than the yearly GDP of almost every single other country on the entire planet. So yeah, we've got to do something about this, but you just know the Democrats are trying to shut down this entire process. Take a look.
Now, right now, New York Attorney General Letitia James is leading an effort by those 19 state AGs to get a federal judge to...
Please, can we make an example? We need to make an example. I'm telling you, man, I want to see that big greasy heifer just walked out live on there. Put your hands behind your back. And it's a bunch of them. It's a whole list of them. Come on, Trump. Let's make an example. We just got to make an example out of people. Please, that's what I'm advocating for.
Issue a preliminary injunction to continue blocking Elon Musk and DOGE from accessing the system. They say the world's richest man should not have unfettered access to Americans' financial information.
You hear that? Letitia James is leading the charge against President Trump. And hey, between you and me, it's actually kind of hard to believe because I have a feeling the only charge that Letitia James has ever led is into an all-you-can-eat buffet. But also, hey, I have to say, maybe I'm crazy, but isn't the richest guy in the world kind of the perfect guy to root out all of the waste and fraud from our federal budget? because he might be the only guy on the face of the planet that doesn't actually need or want any of that federal money, because guess what? He already has infinite money. But okay, you know what? Let's go ahead and take a listen to what Letitia James herself has to say about all of this.
What do you have to say to those that say that you are impeding a serious and honest effort to try to get the government to work better and to rein back waste and out of control spending before it's even had a chance to really take off?
Listen, all of us are concerned about waste, fraud in our federal government and in all governments. But you should work with Congress. That's how the system works.
Yeah, except here's the thing. That's actually not how Congress works, because half of the people in Congress are complicit in all of the fraud. Guess what? We call those people Democrats. And so right now, all of these Democrats are having a complete and total ballistic meltdown.
And they need to be audited too. I'm just saying, y'all. Just saying.
That Trump is cleaning up the federal budget in the wrong way. He needs to do it in the right way. Okay, well, what is the right way?
Arrest Elon Musk.
Well, I'll tell you. It's the way that they know will never work. They're pushing for this because, once again, they are the ones benefiting from all of the fraud. And so, hey, I have to say, guys, thank God that people across America are finally able to see through all of the manipulation, all of their lies, and all of the theatrics of the Democrats. And on top of that, it actually seems like President Trump has a plan to deal with all of these corrupt Democrats. Take a look at this. Posted just earlier today, breaking news. Several House Republicans are preparing articles of impeachment against the federal judges blocking some of President Trump's and Elon Musk's key policies. So there you
make an example out of these judges, please.
Have it. All of these corrupt district judges across the country that are looking to weaponize the justice system against the sitting president of the United States of America, well, they're about to get impeached. And you know what? Good. Like I said earlier, thank God all of this corruption is finally coming to an end. In fact, I have to say, it feels like America has finally woken up to the never-ending hypocrisy of the progressive left and is actually doing something about it now. As we saw with that resurfaced footage from the Obama era, the Democrats are all talk, zero action, and people across America are just sick of it. But you know what? It's actually even worse than the Democrats just taking no action, because as we've highlighted, they've actually been caught with their hand in the cookie jar. Because the reality is, all of this waste and fraud within our federal government didn't manifest for no reason out of thin air. No, it happened intentionally because corrupt progressive politicians were looking to steal money from American taxpayers.
Guilty.
And so, hey, I don't know about you guys, but that is why I'm happy that now we have the Department of Government Efficiency.
But boy, oh boy, it's just crazy how this all circled back to these corrupt Democrats, man. I tell you, and Barry, Obama, how they said this and did the complete opposite. Oh man, we are just winning, you guys. DOGE, keep going. Remove these corrupt judges. We are rocking and rolling. It's crazy to see that Biden was our actual president. What a complete joke. They ought to go arrest Paw Paw, man. They ought to go put his hands behind his back and walk him out. And many others, man. For real. Please, and especially that big greasy lady. Letitia, Big Tish. They need to go walk that big heifer out. Please make an example out of her. Live on air. Breaking news. I need multiple cameras, different angles. Please, y'all. But we just keep winning, man. But let me know what y'all think. I love y'all. God bless you all and your families. One love to the human race. And I'll catch y'all on the next one. Yay!